How you doing? I have a very important piece of information I'd like to share with you today. If you are considering purchasing property in Yerushalayim, it's very likely you're going to encounter the issue of church land. That is land which is technically owned by any one of the many churches, could be the Greek Orthodox, the Catholic, you name it, who then leases it to the KKL and puts it up for sale. Now, this is extremely relevant, especially in the very popular and central neighborhoods of the city, Merkaz Ha'ir, Rehavia, Talbia. So it's just very worthwhile to keep your eyes open and your head up for this. It is hard to sense to the untrained eye. You could have two apartment buildings on the same street. One could be church land and one could actually be private. However, it's not an absolute to stay away from this, although many lawyers do advise to stay away from this kind of property. There are many wealthy investors who purchase this property, namely because it is significantly cheaper than the going market rates of a regular private land property. They can be up to 30% cheaper. So many people, many investors take advantage of these lower prices, use them for short-term rentals, I think with the intention to sell them in the relatively near future, not hold on to it for that long. But many of these leases do come to an end around the year 2050, and it's really, honestly, I think it's just really up in the air what's going to be, because ultimately the land could go back to the church and they could take complete ownership of the property without any reimbursement to the owners of the apartment, those who are actually living in the apartment. And this is definitely getting a lot of attention in the Israeli media over the last year or two. So it's just something that any smart buyer should be wary of. But it is not an absolute to keep away from it. In any case, a reliable real estate agent would be able to easily find out whether a certain property is church land or not. All of this stuff is accessible in the municipality, and it's really not a secret at all. In any case, I would really appreciate it if you could let me know how you found this, if this was informative. Any more questions, please feel free to ask. I'd be more than willing to help. Look forward to hearing from you. All the best.